Hi everybody. I have a recipe here today for stuffed peppers that I learned how to make many years ago from a chef whose name is Giuliano Bucciali. He was a fairly well-known Italian chef. He wrote a lot of cookbooks. He was kind of imperious and I didn't enjoy the lessons, but I learned a great deal and a number of recipes which I've made over and over and over again. So I started out with this is a half recipe, three large yellow, red, and orange bell peppers, which were in my market, and they were beautiful. And I put them in the broiler on a tray and blackened them. So I had to keep watching them in the broiler and turning them until they were pretty much all black. And then I took them out of the oven, put them in a paper bag, shut the paper bag up. The peppers steam in there then, and the skin gets contracted, and it allows you to pull the skin off easily. So I ended up with quarters of peppers that look like this. I'll show you. This is the last of them. I've already stuffed a lot of them. But I've saved these three to show you how the stuffing is done. And these are the ones that I've already made. So the stuffing is in this bowl. And it starts out with bread. I had stale peasant bread, and I cut 4 very thin slices of it, took the crust off, and then broke the bread up into small pieces because you don't want great big chunks, you want small pieces. So there's 4 slices of bread all broken up in there. And then it has 4 tablespoons of pine nuts, these things. It has 4 tablespoons of raisins. I had some really crummy, dried up raisins, which I put boiling water on and got 4 tablespoons of them. So 4 tablespoons of pine nuts, 4 tablespoons of raisins. It has a lot of parsley in it, about a half a cup of finely chopped parsley. And it has 4 tablespoons of capers, which are really important. I buy the kind that are packed in water, and I drain them, and I have 2 tablespoons, not 4. The whole recipe is for 4. So 2 tablespoons of pine nuts, 2 tablespoons of plumped up raisins, 2 tablespoons of capers, and about a half a cup of parsley. And of course, salt and pepper. And then the last ingredient is the secret ingredient, and it is this. These are anchovies, and I know a lot of you are going to say you don't like anchovies. I would never eat an anchovy by itself, but you need 6 anchovy fillets, which you drain and wipe off so you get all the oil and salt off them, and then you smash them into a paste, and that paste goes into here. I promise you that you will not know you're eating anchovies. People will ask you what the ingredient is. It doesn't smell fishy, it doesn't taste fishy, but it adds a wonderful savory taste to the stuffing. This is a very typical Sicilian kind of recipe where they mix salty things with sweet things, and it's just delicious. So once you do that, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So these are quarters, sort of the peppers, kind of cut along the seams. And then you just take, and I put olive oil. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that. You pour about 4 tablespoons of olive oil, or enough to make it clump together in your hand so that it holds together, and mix it all up, and some salt and pepper. And then you put about a tablespoon, like that, depending on the size of the quarter, onto the pepper, and you just roll it like this. And you put it seam side down in whichever baking dish you're going to be using. So I'm going to use that pretty dish. And here's another one right here. We'll do these last 3, and then it goes into a 350-degree oven for about 20-25 minutes until it's hot and you feel like the stuffing is warm on the inside, because you do want to get all those flavors kind of amalgamated. You want them to be warm and in there, and you can serve these hot or room temperature. I don't like them cold out of the oven, out of the refrigerator. I would heat them up if they were in the refrigerator for any length of time. So that's what they look like. And again, this is a half recipe. The recipe called for 6 peppers. So it makes quite a few for a dinner party or for a family dinner. So I'll take a picture of these when they come out of the oven, so they don't look very different. They'll just be hot and steaming, but they are delicious. Hope you try them. Bye-bye.